Hey guys, so a short one today, but I just wanted to show these two fights, both of which can be on the trickier end, out of the new variant 7, specifically the Mutant and Mystic chapter, and both of which I think Claire handles beautifully. The first is this Energized Dragon Man who, between his increased power gain and his periodic power gain buff, I just personally find to be a huge pain. You could use magic here. She would work very well, but I just personally felt even more in control with Claire in the Power Steel phase, and I think you'll see why here. I am making a point to end in mediums because as a robot, Dragon Man is poison immune, and so trying to apply a poison keeps giving me charges, which makes me more able to continue to nullify his power gains, but also gives me a little bit of power since I'm below 20 charges, and gets me to my next L2 more quickly. Notice that one, because I knew that Mystic Dispersion would trigger, I threw the L2 immediately after one hit. I run Mystic Dispersion at 5 out of 5 at all times. I know some people think that that gives you too much power, and there is a small risk of going red when you don't intend to, but I think that pacing it out properly and really knowing your moves and the opponent's make it pretty manageable. And I also think that the benefits of the extra power outweigh the costs. I mean, think about just how many L3s I've thrown so far in this fight, despite not actually having landed that many hits outside of her multi-hit specials. I have blocked a couple L2s here, but that really doesn't bother me. I'm not taking a lot of block damage, and the next fight is a Star-Lord, and I can always heal her up there. Yeah, but you can see we were just never really in any danger here. You want to be careful as he starts getting more power to make sure he doesn't go red, but that's the beautiful thing about Power Steel, is that once you've turned off his power gain buff with the L2, Power Steel makes sure you can't send him red. So that one's pretty simple. So next up we have this Taskmaster. I mean, this is going to be a difficult one if you're not comfortable with his L1 evade anyway, but as you can see there, my strategy is actually to intentionally make him go debuff immune as soon as possible. See, that buff immunity didn't even trigger. We are already at that immunity, and therefore every time I try and inflict a debuff on him, like at the end of my combo there, and with that heavy there, I gain charges, and thus I gain power. And because I am in a Hellfire mode, when I throw my L2, I'm going to be doing plenty of damage to him without worrying about any kind of debuff. Again, Mystic Dispersion is helping me chain these L2s because that armor gain is coming back periodically, and this is actually another place where the debuff immunity is helping me because those armor breaks or those armor ups are coming back and I'm nullifying them instead of just preventing them. And you can see that that was just rinsed. I actually slowed that down at the end to demonstrate that she gains a charge on parrying when he's stun immune. I wanted to make sure I got that in before the fight was over. So, lastly, I just have a Tigra fight because it's fun, but also because I think that this lane here with Black Bolt and such, with the Energize nodes, is a very good place to practice Tigra, because one of the challenges in learning her is dealing with opponents who aren't quick to throw specials, and then you can lose your senses. And case in point here, I just lost one of my senses, and he is making me work for that L2. And I'm almost going to lose the other one, but because I held on to the L1 and built almost to my second bar of power instead of trying to gun for an L2 and finish the fight early, I was able to quickly throw these two L1s in rapid succession. I have the senses back up, he's under control, and then he throws this last special, we apply those ruptures, gain the power from the sense, and the fight is over. Overall, this is just a great path to hone your Tigra muscles. Just remember to bring a counter to Terrax. See you next time, guys.